Oi, loneliness or freedom? Are you free or are you just lonely? And when nobody wakes you up in the morning, and when nobody waits for you at night, and when you can do whatever you want, what do you call it? Freedom or loneliness? End quote by Milan Kundra. Some people have always said that it was Bukowski. I don't know. Was it Bukowski or Milan Kundra that said that? For me, when nobody wakes you up in the morning, right, and you can wake up, but you're alone. You just, let's say you're alone and nobody wakes you up, and nobody waits for you when you get home at night to kiss you goodnight or to lay with you and cuddle. And when you can do whatever you want, such as walk around your apartment naked or your house with no care in the world, what would you call it? For me, I call it freedom. Many people will call it loneliness. Many people that would choose the lifestyle of being childless will call that freedom. But it's sort of true to you only, and there's no way around it. You will find whether it's loneliness or freedom. There are many people that they're scared to be alone, and so they pull and do everything possible, anything to just escape their loneliness. For me, that sort of loneliness was solved by solipsism. To many people, it's conceptual, it's only an idea. But to those who have experienced firsthand, direct experience, solipsism, everything after that is just freedom. It's no longer loneliness because, well, who else is there but you? And many people find this depressing, really. If you want to know if somebody's free or lonely, they find the idea of solipsism. I have to call it an idea, an only concept here, because if you have no direct experience of solipsism, it's just gibberish to you. It's madness, nothing but madness. And so I have to call it an idea or an ideology from the spiritual kind. But it is not an idea, it's no concept, it's a reality. I believe when you're alone and you desire to be with other people, it's not good to sort of lie to yourself that you're not lonely, you see. It's probably best to accept that you're lonely and then go and be around people and socialize. Go as deep as you can in socialization. There was a point of period I was so lonely and would do anything with everyone else. Even though I had a partner, I was lonely still. I began to realize that it's that old cliche, man. I began to realize I was lonely around even people, other people. Being surrounded by many people to me created the opposite of feeling lonely. Sorry, actually made me more lonely. And then one day I moved into the bush. I lived in the bush for like 6 months. I was in the bush with possums and all sorts of beautiful Australian animals. And then I moved state to state and was living in the bush. And guess what happened? These hot ass chicks and these other backpackers came to live in the bush with us. This was in New South Wales, in Byron Bay. That shit was beautiful, bro. These people that chose happiness and to sort of be away from everybody and just to live in nature because they were no longer lonely. They found freedom in being by themselves or being with other people who are like minded, and only a few. Only you will know whether it's loneliness or freedom when you're faced with the situation. And when you're confronted with the situation, the reason I don't give solutions is the thinking stops. It is then you will figure out yourself what truly or how truly you feel. How bizarre. Bye bye. How bizarre. How bizarre.